March Madness is here. It's a great month for football, basketball, birthday, St. Patty's Day, all kinds of stuff going on. Yeah, it's a national holiday, March 3rd. Look it up. We're here, talk about Birds free agency, talk tournament, and what is up with the NBA. Come on back, listen to the State of Boot First podcast.
That's President January Super Bowl MVP.
Boo, 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 boo.
I'll see if I'll try to. I'll have to start writing.
Not the Avalon Brian.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of the State of Boot First podcast. Coming to you live from Santa's Sweaty Sack studio in the Northeast Pole. We got a lot to talk about. Had a week off. Free agency started. We got some additions, some deletions, some extensions. Birds making moves. Talk about whether we like them, what the next moves might be. We got March Madness tourney kicked off today. Big hoops head holiday today and tomorrow. Remember back in the day, we used to take the days off and we used to get bubbles of beer. We'll get into that when we start talking.
Bubbles of beer?
Bubbles. Back in the day, kid.
He doesn't know beer balls. He doesn't
Beer
know
balls, party balls, whatever you want to call them.
That's what a bubble is.
We called them bubbles. We called them bubbles. Back in Kensington and Juniata. Anybody watching that show on Peacock? Kensington? It's all right. We're watching it. We're watching it.
I saw it.
It's right where
right.
Heather grew up.
Let's try to stay on topic tonight.
Kensington Beach. Yeah, so let's get started. I'll be your bartender for the evening, Jim Marcus. To my left,
Sponsors.
wearing his newly minted Super Bowl champ 2.5 sacks.
That's right.
Sweaty balls.
Left for the money. Left for the money.
R.I.P.
Oh.
R.I.P. To his left, the elder statesman, the one and only Donald Kennedy Martin.
Hello there, James.
I see you got the ticket hat.
I do.
I see that.
Yes.
There's a little behind that. Good. That makes sense for you.
It does.
It does. I like that.
Him
I like
too.
that. I like that.
Yeah, but he
But
didn't
get it.
No, he didn't.
You don't put a hat on this good.
I know you can't cover that lettuce
Stop
up. It'll wilt. You don't want it to wilt.
Yeah.
And that is the voice, the melodious voice of the one.
That's a big word. That's a big word.
Don
Don't use that
Jr.,
kind of language
DJ
around.
Martin.
Too big.
Too big?
Dude,
It's March Madness.
What's
You
up?
Be happy.
you either
It's a
got to go
holiday.
big or you got to go home.
And to his left, let me get this straight, the president of the Super Bowl 59 MVP, number one in our hearts and number one in his pants, Jalen Hurts, Ryan Smitty, the president. He told me to keep rolling with it, so there you go. Also sporting some Birds Super Bowl gear. Good evening, Smitty.
Good evening. Good evening. Thanks for having me. Extending my contract.
Keeping us live and on the air, behind the camera, also sporting some beautiful Super Bowl gear. Nate Money Pot Moss.
You.
Also sporting some Money Pot gear. Get out there, folks. I saw the shop open up. Get yourself some Money Pot gear.
Are you running a Fanatics deal? Like,
Do we get a discount being on the fees like 5%? Free shipping.
Yeah, he delivers it. He delivers it in person.
Free
Save on the
shipping.
with a smile on his face?
All right, boys. Like I said,
We just continue with the Super Bowl party.
free agency started.
We're continuing the party, right?
I
else?
have no
Oh, thank
problem
you,
doing
Donald.
that.
Anybody else have a
I'm
problem
in.
with that?
Super Bowl
I'm
party,
still living in
in.
59. I'm still living in the
Yep.
fact that there's a lot of non-believers that have all of a sudden became believers. And I'm not going to live it down. And I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. Deke, you with me?
I'm with you, Smith.
Amen.
Thank you, Mama Mia's.
Yeah.
Thank our sponsors: Pops McCain whiskey, Bourbons. Shout out to JJ's doing all kinds of stuff.
Dude, you know why
Follow JJ on
we went
Facebook.
back to Mama
James a
Mia?
hustler.
We
Jay
went
is a
back
hustler.
to Mama Mia's because we're like the Eagles in free agency. Everything's 50% off. We're going for all the
You
deals.
better watch that.
Shout out to Mama Miz for filling our bellies. this
Back
week.
up tight end, Mama Mia's.
1 year deal. 1 year deal. We'll see.
1 year.
1 year deal.
They're all going to show
Yeah,
you.
yeah, just like how.
Bringing in all the Georgia boys.
I lost my train. Yeah, so that's where we're going. We're going free agency. Before free agency started, they had the big extensions. Extended Bourne, Well, they signed on, right? They extended Barkley.
That was a massive extension.
Massive extension, huge extension, biggest extension you've ever seen. Well deserved. That extension couldn't fit in many places. Many salary caps. I mean, couldn't fit in many salary caps. But Howie knows what he's doing. Howie's the master.
You might never see. You might never see an error like this again.
Might never see an extension like that again.
It's amazing.
It's a kid show. It's a kid show.
It is amazing. It is amazing.
Bro, does your father embarrass you a little bit? Nope. Okay. Good answer.
It's a solid, strong answer.
Considering sitting directly next to you within arm's reach.
He knows who pays for those Eagles tickets.
Exactly.
And for the China sweat jerseys.
And by the way, shout out to the Eagles for raising my ticket $17.50 a seat. I appreciate that.
Oh, really?
After that,
Well, yeah,
you're lucky you still have tickets after you got thrown
How
out.
much is Jalen Carter going to get, dude?
You could have been thrown out for trying to start fights.
Yeah, maybe it's like one of those police stings tomorrow. I'll walk in the building and they're gonna grab me and just take my phone and erase me.
Oh, your tickets are gone, Jim.
Nah, I'm good. I'm in good standing. I'm still in good standing.
Yeah, they like you.
They do,
That's
they
the
love me.
worst that could happen. You were coming back with chicken tenders. You almost lost chicken tenders.
Yeah, that's why you were upset. Would you have dropped your chicken tenders if your dad was in danger?
I was watching halftime.
Halftime.
Oh, half
Or not halftime.
I think you said something else.
I
I was
thought.
watching the rest of the halftime.
Yeah.
Who? What game was that?
I was never in danger.
So
Oh, the
Lane,
championship
dude,
game.
Lane,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Lane got him.
playoff game.
Lane got a massive extension. He's definitely paving his lane.
$30 million a year now,
Yeah,
right?
He's
massive.
not even paving the lane. Bro. He's destroying the lane and then repaving
God.
it.
Jeez, the repave.
It's a tear up. It's
He's
a
a
tear.
true road grader now.
It's a tear up, full tear up.
Full. Down to the studs. It was the purge, though. We lost a lot of guys.
We did.
We lost.
Yeah,
we
but-
lost a lot of champions.
All right, but listen,
Let's.
I already know.
Hey, remember, it's going to come up. They're all going to come
Oh,
up. Like, God bless them all. Godspeed.
SDN and Eagles
Where you
history.
going?
What'd you say?
Best DN in Eagles history. Josh Schwady.
We lost 2 Kennys.
Yeah, that was good.
No, we did lose some Kenny's.
Yeah, Kenny Gainwell.
no.
We don't have to worry about players.
I like Gainwell.
Dude, we don't have to worry about players
I like
texting
Gainwell, too.
or DMing on at halftime.
Who
Dude,
did that?
Kenny, he was the one that talked crap about us on the interview last
About
year.
us personally?
The offense last year.
He
Us
shouted,
personally.
damn.
Yeah, that's
Those
us.
clowns at Santa Booth first.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Thank God we had like Colin Wolf to have our back. There's Teak after he misses AI.
The March Madness.
All right. Big
Big
play
loss.
Slay.
Biggest loss. Biggest loss.
CJ.
You think CJ's the biggest loss?
What do you think is?
Sweat?
I think you'll see the difference in the secondary. Like now you go into the draft with question marks in your secondary again.
I think Jack stole. Great blocking tight end.
Did we lose? Did
No.
we lose Rick yet?
We signed an all-pro from
I know,
Cleveland.
I know, but is Rick actually gone?
Yes.
That I
Look,
don't know.
look at Fletch all slimmed up.
You think that's?
He's wearing the dress the one day.
The
He had
dress.
his hey
You
dudes
don't
on
remember that?
How about
He-
Slay? Is he a big loss?
last year.
I liked him, dude.
Yeah.
I-
he had his best,
but not
best
at 10
numbers of his
I'm-
career.
So
Yeah,
listen,
Isaiah Rodgers
that's
had
the
the ball,
that's the
man.
one that surprises me. I mean, I know Isaiah Rodgers is gambling on himself, but I mean, you know,
Like what you did there.
like he only got $7.5 million, and the Eagles didn't even match it.
I-
That was a little crazy. Do you agree? That was the
I
one that
agree, but
surprised me.
I
But you
think
gotta
Howie
see,
is
bro.
bargain shopping right
Yeah, you got to see what.
Yeah,
you
but
can
you
do.
know what though? Here's the other thing I will say: Adoree Jackson's probably just as good as Isaiah Rodgers, in my opinion.
And they spent the last
Who
3
cares?
drafts focus on their secondary.
Yeah.
They got a lot of young
you gotta
guys
get-
that they got to start.
Is
stepping
Rick's
up.
gonna get a
Yeah,
shot?
you got
Exactly.
Ricks, you got Ringo, you got Sidney Brown coming back. Like
Lewis
these guys-
Seen. Don't forget about my boy Seen.
You don't even know
McCollum?
what Eli Ricks is. McCollum. No. You don't even know what Eli Ricks is. We haven't.
Do you-
seen him
well,
play
he
yet.
shut down
Knocked down
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, yeah.
All right. So
Do you
let's
think
see
he's
if it's
gonna-
16, 17 games?
You think he's gonna get a chance next year? I think.
He
It's gonna-
should.
I think it's gonna be
I
Ringo,
think it's going to be a
and they might bring
competition.
Avonte Maddox back,
Oh,
and you got
wow.
Adoree
He
Jackson.
made a huge play in that Super Bowl.
One play.
He came out and brought. He's like, "Why is he on the field?" And he knocked the ball down. I said, "That's why he's on the field."
Avonte Maddox made a huge play.
Dude, it was 34-0.
Shut up.
I agree.
Shut up.
It kept the
It's not-
shutout going.
It was not.
No.
It was not 34-0.
That's
It was,
Yes, it was.
it was 27-0.
To play
Oh,
out.
Oh, then the
God.
dagger came.
Yes.
The dagger
But
was the biggest play in the
listen.
Super Bowl.
It was 27-0, right?
Yeah.
They come out opening drive, second half.
Yeah, and they moved it a little
If they convert that, go down and score,
Yes.
it might be a different ball game.
Great, perfect
All the
timing.
factors. All the math.
Perfect timing.
All right, it's a different ball game. Up 27-0 with like 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
And
No, it was the opening drive.
No, it wasn't.
Of
the
the second half.
No, it
Yes,
wasn't.
was.
That's you're wrong.
It was the end of the third.
It was the end of the third. It was the first time they crossed
Dude.
the field
Come on, dog.
in the whole game.
It's all right. You were drunk in New
I was
Orleans.
not
It
drunk.
was
And you
the
had
first
tickets
time they
for-
crossed midfield.
Dude, I know
He
you
was
for
an hour behind.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You guys were ahead of us. You knew a whole half before us. Cheaters.
Now that was
So we got CJ, we got Sweat.
Milt.
See, I
Milt,
like Milt,
he's overpaid.
but yeah, I don't.
You know,
He got
you
so
know-
much money.
Who we're forgetting is Burks.
Nah, I'm not.
forgetting
I'm not
Burks.
forgetting about Burks.
He played well.
Okay, he did all right. It's
No,
kind of
he played
easy
well.
when you're the
He played
worst
well.
player on the field and you have the best defense. He kind of hit and can hide behind. Ball was all over the field.
Sucked on the 49ers.
Yeah, he was the reason
Like,
they lost the
he
Super
was-
Bowl.
He didn't
Yeah.
play for the 49ers.
No, but I'm
this
saying
year.
there's a reason why he's a backup. That's all.
I think
But he did
Bradbury
well
is a
when he got
huge
on the
loss
field.
too. Great
and we
captain.
don't know when Dean's coming back.
Dino,
You have
okay, you got
Jeremiah
Jeremiah
Trotter
Trotter Jr. or you're gonna draft the
Who's kind of
linebacker.
unproven.
Don't tell
You
Brody
have
that.
to- You have to see what these young guys can do. It's time for them to.
I agree
Time
with
for
that.
Howie.
Dude,
Drop.
here's
With
the
that,
here.
but Burks proved himself.
All right, listen.
some.
This is the problem, and we've made this mistake. In now, this is a second example on how he's trying to learn from it. Remember the whole sentimental thing when we won in 08 and we signed all those
That
guys
was
back for the
older
Phillies.
guys.
Hold on, in 18 we did the same thing,
Yeah, that was older guys.
dude. In this day and age, you got the youngest roster in the league. You got to
Yeah.
stay
And you just
fast.
won a Super Bowl.
You have to have cap flexibility. You're gonna have to pay
Yeah.
the savior.
Yeah. And you had to do the same thing back in 18.
Jalen Hurts. He's gonna get a massive extension. Probably he's
A
probably gonna
massive-
blow through
Out-
Bree
out
Burrows
the
with that
Teton Road?
extension.
Out the Teton Road extension.
It might be worse.
He's gonna have to defer that. It's gonna be
Yeah.
such an extension. He's gonna have to
Honestly,
defer it
like,
until.
would it be this year or next year?
I would do it next year. And you have to do it next year because it's cap hits like 60 million again
Yeah,
next
he's
year.
gonna get a lot of money.
I mean, here's the
And
question.
the market's going to change.
Do you think they give him a
I think-
long-term
you're gonna
deal
get the
or do you think they're going to keep doing these short deals? Seriously. Like, does he get another 5 or the Eagles like, all right, we're giving you
10
10.
years.
You want a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I think after this,
Let's see what they.
I don't know if they go 10, maybe a 7.
If they repeat again, I think you go 10 years. Give them the Mahomes deal.
No, yeah, but it was
Years ago.
5.
After the
Yeah, but
Super
next
Bowl,
year the cap hit
The
is
first
like
Super Bowl.
ridiculous.
Doesn't it get up to like 90 million?
At least we won't have to. Yeah, we
Well,
all
Hurts' cap hit
Yeah, the one.
90
in
million.
the last year. I
It's never
think
gonna hit, though.
incentives
It's never
and
gonna-
bonuses. That's how it
Yeah,
goes.
it's never.
the problem is that they're going to have to pay a lot of guys next year too.
Dude, I don't think people realize how much Jalen Carter is going to really change.
And
something.
honestly, Cam Jerkins is going to get a shit ton of money too.
And
That's
you're
why.
gonna-
That's
they
why
gotta
they
hope
didn't-
these young guys
That's-
can step up.
And here's the other
Not
thing.
just
I know you
Jerkins.
had a Becton for Becton.
I was gonna say,
But
nobody
I-
mentioned.
Yeah,
Beckham,
but do you want
he's
me
the
to tell?
biggest
Do
loss
you
in
want me to
the
tell you why?
I like to see.
You can't have 5 guys on your line making $10 million or more. It's impossible. You just gave Lane Johnson $30 million. Maylott is going to be up for another deal.
they're-
And here's the other thing.
Don't forget
You
Jerkins.
don't draft a Steen in the second round to not play him. You got to figure out now what you have. Or the guy they got for CJ, I think he's a stud.
Oh my God! Stop.
Can you? Yeah.
He was
the
the
worst graded
Dude, he's
left guard
so-
in the
Dude,
entire.
got him. It was so easy. I said to you I was doing it. But
He's
how
only
Stoutland,
23.
and he's from, where's he from?
Is he a Georgia guy?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's not Georgia.
No, but here's the
Bowling
thing.
State, I
Do
think.
you guys believe? Do you believe that Stoutland can
SEC
turn any
kid.
guys around? Look what Stoutland did for Big V, and then Big V
How
went
do
to
you think
We
Detroit.
don't even need a lineman.
I mean,
Guys get hurt every year, dude. You do need
you
linemen.
need depth. You need depth.
We just lost Fred Johnson too.
How do you think? How do you think Stoutland would turn us into another line?
It is because you're a swing.
How do you-
And they were
Yeah.
grooming him like he was playing well. He had this first game in, he did look great, but then when he
How do
spot
you,
starts,
how do
he's
you
all
think Stoutland would make us look as a unit?
You?
Offensive
right. as a
line?
unit? Oh, we'd be an awesome unit. Who
You think
said
it would be like
I'm
No,
saying-
but
okay,
I'm being serious. Do you not think you don't?
guards? Who's the center?
I kind of feel like,
I could be center.
dude, I kind of feel like this guy Green was a first round pick. If it wasn't just no, listen, if it wasn't just about money, does Stoutland think he can make something of him?
Jalen Rager was a first round pick.
No, but the Stoutland, why do you trade for him?
Caller's making
I'm
good
with you.
points, Smitty.
I'm with Smitty. Like if Stoutland's got his eye and says I can do something with this kid.
Right.
We took Mailata. He was a project.
I'm not
Right,
saying he
Mailata
is.
has
I'm
like
just saying, like,
size for
the
it.
Stout. Why
Yeah,
would
but he
they?
never played football.
Why
He
would
didn't
they
play
take this
football.
guy? Because the first round pick makes a decent amount of money. So why did they take him?
15.
Yeah. So
15 or 14, the middle of the first.
Becton, I mean, I'm curious to see what he looks like away from this line in
I mean,
Stoutland.
now you have what, 30 picks
Do-
in the next 2 years?
Yeah, I agree with Nate. Stoutland, Becton should just came back for whatever, even if it was a 1-year
thought he
deal
got
and get
paid.
paid again.
He got his money.
Yeah, but I don't really think he
He
got
didn't
that
get his
much.
money up. He got
He
his
got
money
20.
up.
He got 20 million.
Yeah, but it
2
wasn't.
years.
But I thought it was only like 10 million guaranteed. So it's a 1-year deal. That's what all these deals are, dude. You realize that, right? Like Sweat's guaranteed for 2 years, and then he's going to get cut.
All right, fine. We'll see that Steen stinks.
Milt, I don't
and
know
then
if
Becton
Steen
will come back
stinks.
next
I don't
year.
think Steen stinks at
No,
all.
I'm just saying, like that.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Steen.
I don't either. I'm
He was
just saying.
supposed to start.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. He couldn't beat out a guy that they brought from the Jets.
He got hurt.
He got hurt in training camp, and Becton took the job, and that was
Right.
it.
And then he couldn't get the job back.
Well, how? I mean, if a guy's playing, when you have Barkley behind the line, you could probably be good. You'd be getting paid, which is sad.
My dad said the closed captions are on, and Stoutland is coming up as Stalin.
I mean, listen.
Stoutland.
You don't think that Stoutland said something like, "I want this kid"?
Oh, absolutely. It's the same with Jalen Hunt.
That's,
He wanted Hunt.
Yeah, I think.
Or no,
that's
Fangio, I
something
mean.
happened.
Like, I think if the coordinators go to them and say, this is a guy I got my eye on.
So,
Like, Howie.
is it crazy to think that Green beats out Steen?
Yeah. I think it's crazy to think that right now.
No, but I'm saying that there's going to be an open
How
conference.
how much is Green getting paid this year?
I mean, he's a first-round pick, so it's probably a decent amount.
He reminds me of
Okay,
Devin
because
White.
Steen's only getting one something.
Devin
Right?
White.
So they're going to put the money on the field. They're going to.
Dickerson gets hurt too, dude. You got to
Dickerson
remember
gets hurt
that.
like once a game.
Right.
Every game.
So you're probably going to see
Jason
this
Peters
kid.
of this
Yeah,
era.
dude.
You're probably going to see this kid Green at some point. So
Steen played like 2 drives in the Super Bowl.
I mean, I agree with
Dickerson
Brody.
couldn't walk.
There's got to be more to this deal. Why they got rid of him? If he wants a new contract,
Who? Becton?
no, CJ. Something happened.
No,
I don't
he said
believe.
it. He said he all right. Then trade me somewhere because he wanted more money.
Right, because and this is the problem that I will say, like Deke was talking about when he was like, dude, paying all these guys. They've set a precedent now that if you and I guess CJ, in his opinion, thinks that he overplayed his contract in year 1, so he should get paid. Barkley's a totally different story. People need to understand that. You have a historic year where you break every single record in the NFL. Okay, the Eagles gave him another year. That's all that contract is. It looks like a lot more. It's one more guaranteed year.
Not every record.
Okay, not Dickerson's, but
He could have broke it and still got the Super Bowl.
but wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a
absolutely.
minute. Actually, we
the
never
way they
even,
played, he
we
would
never
have.
even told
Yes.
you. Remember when you were crying in your house about, oh, Barkley needs to get the record? We
I'll be
said
happy on
we'll
Broad
be
Street.
happy on Broad Street with a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Right?
I was pretty
Yeah.
happy. I was just saying.
I'm just saying he could have had both.
I'm.
He
fine.
also could have got hurt.
No, he don't win.
Right.
He still broke the record for most rushing.
Dude, he
yards
had
in
the-
a
I mean,
game.
I
he
know,
really
but
didn't
he
have
could
a
have
great
had
Super
He
both.
had
Bowl.
a dominant Super Bowl, too. Did you see him?
Hmm.
50
Kenny-
yards
I think
on
Kenny
20
G-
carries.
Dominant.
Dude, oh my God.
Kenny G had a
dude.
better Super Bowl.
How many rushing yards? Actually, Hurts had the best
Yeah,
rushing yards Super Bowl.
Didn't he have the record for rushing yards by quarterback in the Super Bowl?
73 or something.
2?
And he's also the second most. He's the most rushing yards by QB and the second most.
No shit, really?
Oh, from the last one.
Wow.
It's, I mean, listen, we knew this was going to happen. We knew, I did think that they were going to sign one of these guys. I thought they had a shot. I didn't think Milt was going to get 26 mil a year, but obviously, listen,
Is
good.
that-
I
when
didn't
you
expect
when you hear that he's the highest paid Patriots player of
Well,
all time, isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
But you know what else is
Considering
crazy
they
to me?
had, like,
If you're, again, I understand that you're in this business to make money, but if you're a New England Patriot fan and you just get the highest free agent, you say this is more important, breaking Tom Brady's average salary per year than just winning the Super Bowl. What are you
I
thinking?
don't think they're looking at
No, I know, but what I look at it as if, like, dude, you got to win.
I
that's
think
a
he was.
stretch.
I think he was just
Just
saying
playing
that.
to the crowd?
Yeah. I mean, what can you say? You're gonna try to bring Tom Brady into it somehow.
But
I'm a
but
Patriot
you know what
fan.
else? The kind of like, and it wasn't more you guys. It was like everybody talking about, oh my God, like Milt. Dude, the year before he had a half a sack. Guy had a great year in a contract year, but you know what? He's not worth. If you take Jalen Carter out of there, I guarantee he has 1 or 2 sacks whole year. Jalen Carter makes everybody better,
And
including
Jobo
Nolan
looks better.
Smith, Jay likes Hunt. They're all better because
He's
Carter
got
gets
the
double
Reggie
and
White
triple
effect.
team. Right.
Clyde Simmons cleaned
Right.
up because of
And
Reggie
Zach
White.
Bowen and all, they all look better. The secondary looks better too.
And Jalen Carter still looks dominant.
Right.
As good as like,
I will give DJ props. Before the draft, he said he's literally going to be the best defensive player in the league.
Cut that.
I will.
give DJ props.
But he didn't want to draft him. I did.
No, he
I
did.
still
He
think
wanted to
he did.
draft
I
him. Me and you didn't want to draft him for
No.
character
I-
reasons. You got into it with
Absolutely
me.
not.
But then I bought his jersey and I have a lot of autographed stuff by him.
I said Carter. I got your
Wait,
receipts
no. Well,
for
who
that.
did you want them to draft?
You-
Carter.
No, oh yeah,
No,
you
no, I might have.
you did,
I
but
wanted them to take Bijan,
but yo,
they wouldn't, and I said they're
we
gonna take
all did say, except for DJ. After that all happened, we were like, dude, he's a scumbag. And this guy still wanted to take him. You said it too.
I
Yes.
said
No.
best defensive.
Don't
Best-
put me
best
out there
defensive
like that.
lineman
I never
available.
said that.
That was my.
I'm talking
my pick.
about the day that we found out what he did.
Don't put me out there
DJ
like
said,
that,
let's
dude.
draft him still.
Jeez.
And we were all like, pump the brakes, literally.
If Abdul Carter did that, would you want him?
Yeah. At this point now, look at what he got me, Super Bowl. I mean, he learned how to drag race and he learned how to hold a Lombardi. We're good.
I'm glad they didn't give him a bus to drive. That's all I can say.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
All right, so who do we add?
Oh my God.
Who did we add? We added
DTR.
DTR.
Yes.
Big trade. Big
I'm
trade.
so excited for the preseason now. Watching DTR is gonna be.
Actually, you know what? They might bring him in for like some plays at the, you know. Why not?
He might have been the worst quarterback I've ever watched in my life last year. In those couple games he played for the Browns, that preseason
He was good.
awesome.
He was good at UCLA.
He stinks. He's horrible. He
I'll
was
tell you what.
he's the
Everybody
worst-
will be going to the preseason.
So that-
because of the Super Bowl.
So wait, that kick returner they got, is that, so I'm assuming Covey's not back,
He's
right?
the Browns guy, right?
Covey's not back. No, he's,
Covey-
Falcons.
Covey never played this year.
Covey
did he?
gets tackled and he breaks his shoulder.
you
He's
love
so
them, dude.
small. I
When,
do love
I don't
Covey.
really like Coop being returner. So
I don't like that either. I
No,
agree.
they got to stop that.
He's
Yeah,
too
that's
valuable
probably-
now. He's too
Absolutely.
valuable.
oh, now you guys.
we got
think-
two tight ends.
Yeah, but
That means Goddard's pretty much
Did you
gone.
see-
no, those
They're-
tight ends are nothing,
He's gonna
dude.
be gone.
Yeah, they're-
Dude,
they're
those
gonna
tight-
release him.
None of these guys.
They're gonna release him.
So Hallie went in the bar.
They're not going to
Barkley,
release
every guy
Goddard.
is
They're
a
not going to
one-year deal.
release him.
Every guy's a 1-year deal.
So,
I like Aziz.
They're all young, which okay. Well, most of them are
Dory
young.
Jackson.
dude, how old's the long snapper?
He's 34. He's the oldest.
So wait, but he's an all pro?
He's
I don't know.
34, dude. I should have been
You
a
guys
long
don't.
snapper.
Why did we sign him? We didn't want to pay
I have
Lovato.
no idea who he is.
Rick Lovato was fantastic.
Actually,
He
dude,
was-
Braden Mann said this is funny. They said at the Philly show, like him and Elliott were back there signing, and they were like, dude, he would have made more kicks if the snaps were on point. Man's like, I saved a bunch of field goals. That's why they think Elliott was off last year because Lovato hadn't had a good snapper. I'm just telling you
What's
What?
that? What's
I don't
happening
remember
in
that many
Philadelphia?
bad snaps.
What's going on?
a lot of stuff.
I don't remember that many bad snaps.
Because we don't watch snaps of a long
Yeah.
snapper. Long snapper.
Man said he saved them a lot.
Got
Really?
Pat Johnson back. Dory Jackson. Got a couple edge guys.
Dude, Dory Jackson might be your number two. He's fine. I think he's fine as your number two.
Him and Quignon on the outside and Cooper back in the.
Man, I think there's a shot at $2.5 million starts.
Yeah,
I'd
do we
rather
risk
have
putting
Ringo.
Cooper on the 2
No.
Nah, you leave
and
him.
keep him in the slot?
Cooper.
Unless he goes to safety.
Yeah, I think we keep him in the slot.
He did play safety at Iowa.
Yeah, but I don't.
But I wouldn't move him. I'd leave
He's
him.
not a safety.
Shut up.
He's just the corner who will lock down your number one. There's a song about it.
I know.
Jeez.
Shut up.
Started by who?
Michael Jackson. It's a remix, actually.
No, didn't CJ start that?
I feel like Ojulari could have got more
It
money.
was a TikTok.
Do you? Do you think Ojulari came here because of the whole Georgia? Because I feel like that guy could have got more money. And the guy even they.
He's always hurt though.
But what about the guy from the Chiefs? Like, no, who's the other guy? He had like 11 and a half sacks. at the-
Yo, you know
Why not,
you know what
dude?
would be a
He
good
was
idea?
good. He was good everywhere
If
else.
when Aziz,
Didn't he have 11 and a half sacks at the Patriots?
if
Yeah.
when Aziz gets a sack, if they just had a
Aziz
spike-
nuts.
I like his.
No, they had like a giant guy sneezing over the loudspeakers on the stadium,
Cease.
and everybody could be like, "Push you!" like that.
Nah, I would say Aziz nuts.
Someone get this man.
I'll talk to him tomorrow.
Get him in.
So you thought about that too hard.
I thought about it. 30
Yeah, I-
seconds.
Yeah, I feel like you did think about that.
AJ
Literally.
Dillon. That moved the needle for anybody.
I like. If he's healthy.
He just seems to be healthy. The guy's never healthy.
Yeah, that's
He's never healthy.
So what?
They need to get a running back. They need to get.
I mean,
So wait, you're not happy with it?
I mean, it doesn't
You now
move
have
the
the
needle.
quad.
Dude,
father,
here's
the
the-
body.
But here's the thing,
He's only 26.
dude. This is what you guys got to realize. We talked about this. Barkley had over 500 touches. They're going to limit his touches next
they
year.
have to.
Yeah.
They might even take a running back in the second or third round. There's a possibility there's somebody there. Yeah.
You
Oh,
got Shipley and Dylan. What do you need?
dude,
another
Shipley,
running
we
They
don't know.
both get hurt a
Yeah,
lot.
what are you talking
Shipley
about?
never played a full season in college.
Dude, you're telling
back?
me if
That was college.
you're telling me if they could get a good running back, they wouldn't take one. At 32, let's say Genty falls. They wouldn't take him? I bet you they would.
He's not getting to 32.
No, but I bet you, I'm just
He's not.
saying,
He's not.
but a running back, let's just say, I know he's not. They might take
Who's the
him.
other- who's the other kid?
I already said I would trade up for Warren. If
Maybe
he's,
that's what they're doing.
I don't think they can. Isn't he going top 10?
He might go to 15.
Well,
It
if-
depends.
If he goes
Another running back. Is it South Carolina? No, not Scatterby.
Scatterby, Bo Scatterby.
No, not Scatterby.
No.
Dude, would you take Scatterby at 30? Oh.
No, not 32.
Is he North Carolina?
I want
South
Starks, bro.
There's
Malachi
There's
Starks.
two running
I'll
backs
trade
out there
up
that are
for
first
another
round.
Georgia boy.
You got Barkley for what? The next 4 or 5 years?
No, that's what you three,
If he's
and
healthy.
What
it-
was his extension?
it doesn't matter. The guaranteed money only gave him another year.
So
So
he's got
late,
4
so he's got
years.
2
4
years. No,
All
it's
right.
2.
All right.
This year and next year. That's it. Is really guaranteed.
Yeah, but if you draft a running back, then he's going to sit for 3 years.
No, he's
Why
No,
not?
he's
Why do you want to continue to run Barkley into the ground?
No, I don't. But
Right, so then
but
you have
Shipley and Dylan
Dude,
already.
Shipley's a 5th round pick. Let's relax.
He looked good last
Why? Because he
year.
had one big run against the
No,
Commanders.
he looked good.
He barely played.
That's exactly
I'm just-
why.
And
looked
when
like-
he did, he
one
did
big run
fine.
against the Commanders.
Isn't that it? Am I right or am I wrong?
If it was Barkley, he would have scored.
Yeah.
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 Listen.
I'm not using a high draft pick. Start talking to
Travis,
me.
No, you
Travis
got fourth
Etienne
round.
Jr.
Running back is not a position to
Georgia?
be.
I'm not saying it is, but the Eagles
Trevor.
might take one.
Trevor Etienne.
He's his brother.
No, yeah, I'll take him.
You can find a running back.
I also saw today that Trayvon Walker's available for Jacksonville. I take him right at 32, straight up right now.
Trayvon
Done.
Walker,
Yes.
trade him.
Yeah, because he's on the block.
They're done. They gave away everybody.
You wanna
Jags
take
are-
him?
Other than
Oh,
Lawrence
yeah, I
and
would.
But how the hell are
Brian
we going to
Thomas.
fit that under our cap? We might as well just have the whole Georgia
Did he get
defense.
paid? Yeah, he's
He's
still
a
on rookie
first-round
deal.
pick,
He's still
number-
on a rookie deal,
He was
though.
number 1 overall,
He
dude.
was a rookie deal though.
It's still 20 million at least. It's a
Man.
number one pick.
It's
Not
how
my
he
money.
can
I
find
don't
it. How he
care.
can find it.
You guys, I don't
That's
think
why
you.
they just upped his prices. to get
Do you
the
guys
Trayvon
not?
Walker.
I don't think you guys realize, and he said it too, how much Carter's going to get paid.
He's gonna get
Why
$1
don't we
billion.
get 40?
Let him walk.
I think it's going to be more.
He's gonna get a share of the team ownership.
280.
7 years?
Why not? He's 23,
That's a
24.
lot of years.
Why would you not?
Because it's a lot of years for defense.
I mean, if you're trying to do funny money, sure.
Yeah, you got it.
if they win another Super Bowl with him,
He's
give everybody a bill. I don't care.
well.
$1
Listen, that's the thing. As a lot of yous were crying a little bit.
Never
Not
cry,
you.
dude. I
Not
never-
you, the whining about Mill Williams from, people that obviously don't know how to evaluate quarterbacks. We'll just leave it at that. They have to realize there's a long-term plan. The long-term plan is to fit
We weren't looking at names.
Jalen Carter. They're going to pay
2 initials.
Cooper,
They happen to be the first 2 initials in the alphabet.
Cooper, Quinyon Mitchell. They got to pay all these guys. They're thinking long-term, all these guys. This is their new core. This is their new core.
I agree. Smitty.
Nolan Smith, they're all getting paid.
Yeah.
Had to throw in some-
No, he is. He's going to get a contract
I
extension.
mean, you also have to think about the offense, like you said earlier, the offensive line. You're gonna have to still extend some guys on the O line too.
I mean, yeah.
Mylata,
Maylard is up in a year again. Jurgens, you'll get him again.
Dickerson, you might have to think about extending again.
Who?
Jurgens or Dickerson.
They just extended him last year.
Yeah, but
you will
might have
eventually.
to get another one.
It's Cam, Jordan Davis, and Carter.
You-
Three you have to.
I
think
think.
Jordan
See, I agree
Davis-
with you. I think Jordan Davis.
I don't.
I
don't
think all
Jordan
those-
Davis- Yeah, but he hasn't.
No,
I'm sorry.
I
think
agree
Jordan
with
Davis
you.
has
Instead
lived
of
up
giving
to
him that major fifth-year op,
the hype of being a first-round pick.
dude,
I mean,
he's
he
gonna,
is what he is, though. He's
He is what he
made-
is. I've
yeah,
been saying
he's-
that for years. He's
Does,
not a
who,
stop
does he
scorer.
make a big impact on a game?
Absolutely.
on the run, he does.
You
Dude,
think so?
yes.
He takes up 2 people.
Yeah. All
He
right.
got better towards the end of the year too.
And his ass is in shape.
But I did hear.
Every offseason.
How many-
we say
And
that?
if-
How
if
many
you
100
think about it,
yard
if you
rushers?
Think about it. He could really be a captain this year.
Dude, if he
Look at the
if he
difference.
decides to stop going to Wingstop, I agree.
Who's on the defense? That's
Zach
gonna be
Zach
captain?
Bond.
Jalen Carter,
Zach
Nolan
Bond.
Smith.
Give that guy.
Yeah.
No,
This is what we were talking
Nolan
about. Like
Smith.
Zach
with
Bond.
BG now gone,
Bond.
like
Bond.
Blankenship and
who
Bourne.
is the leader
Blankenship-
on that defense?
Bond.
Look at all of
No,
them.
Blanket.
Davis keeps Carter in check.
Blankenship's gonna wear a C. I guarantee it.
Watch any of the Mike Duncan.
I don't know.
games,
I
it's
think you
always
could argue
I like
Carter is
Bond.
just. I mean, sorry, Davis is just. as
I
good.
think they're keeping all the Georgia boys.
for sure.
And you know what I
Dave-
think they're gonna do?
Davis has
Some of
to
these
play
guys are
more
gonna do.
snaps.
He played crazy this year. I mean, 6'6", 350.
And
What do you want?
Carter
from-
played all the snaps.
Oh my, Carter's the number
But
one
Carter's
pick.
not 6'6", 350.
Pretty close.
He's
No,
like
he's-
6'4", 300.
I think
That's a
though,
lot of. That's
I
a
know,
big difference.
I know.
with how well Milt was
Yeah,
playing,
50
you
pounds
had
is
that
nothing.
luxury of
That's
giving
big
Davis a
difference.
breather.
That's
Right.
true.
Yeah.
So
that's-
now
that's
with Milt
true.
gone, if a Jomo can't step up,
No, Jomo's
then
got. Listen,
you need to probably
I
get
think-
Davis in there.
Jordan Davis option fifth year, I believe, is $15 million. What I believe the Eagles are going to do is I think they're not going to pay him the fifth year option. They're going to just extend the deal. Yeah, I definitely think.
On a team-friendly deal.
Right, all of these Georgia guys are going to take less money to stay together. I firmly believe Dean will take less,
Except for Carter.
except for Carter.
You know,
The young guys,
that's
maybe.
that's an interesting point you just made, Smitty.
Dude,
I
haven't you
didn't-
seen the whole Eagles thing that they did, and they all want to play together?
Yeah.
You got Lewis Seen, who you guys are all going to know about by
No,
the end of the
that's-
year.
That's an interesting.
Nate, I've been trying to
point.
tell them about
I
that
like
safety.
that
They don't
point.
think he's going to play. He was a first round pick.
Drake over Mizzou right now.
Lewis Seen can play. If you watch college football, you would know Lewis Seen can play. And there's a reason why he was taken in the first round.
Louis Seen.
Louis, let's go. All right. Howie got a shit ton of draft picks.
Yes, he does. For
They're all,
trades.
like, fourth round.
Trades.
That's what he's. That's
So
what
you're
he
going to
does.
package up Goddard
And
No,
No,
two
Goddard's
picks
not
for
going to get you,
Tyler
Bar.
to get up to 15 to get Tyler
I
Warren.
want
Is that what we're
Tyler.
doing?
I would love that.
Is that what
I
we're
don't
doing?
think it's
that
going to
would be the
happen.
A plus.
What
plus
I
plus
believe they're
trade.
really going to do is they're going to trade for somebody you're not thinking of that's in the last year of their deal.
Jordan Love?
No. Just the fuck out of here. No, like maybe a tight end that we're not thinking of. That a third round pick next
They
year.
just picked up 2 tight ends.
Mike-
Yeah, but those
Mike-
guys
Mike-
aren't.
Mike Mayer.
Is
That's,
it,
Well,
that's the name you hear, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really
no,
want.
isn't Harrison good?
Harrison
Kyle
Bryant.
Bryant.
Harrison
Why not
Bryant's not good. Let's relax.
Let's get Kyle.
He's
Pitts.
He's Jack Stoll.
I'd bring you Kyle. Pitts.
If they'll take Huff,
Why would the Falcons trade
If-
him now?
because
They have,
He doesn't tell me.
yeah, but Penix now Michael.
yeah, but it
Penix-
doesn't matter. They need defense. They might take Huff. Two
Oh,
props.
no.
Yeah,
Nothing-
take you know what,
Nothing
deal.
good has ever come
Please
out of
do.
Archbishop.
Would you
Wood.
do? That's not true. You take Huff.
We can
Wait,
attest to that.
would you do Huff in a third for Pitts?
I would do Huff at anything.
No, Huff.
I agree.
Huff and a.
For just another touch of whiskey.
No, would you give a Huff in a third for Kyle Pitts?
I'd give a Huff in a fifth.
Kyle Pitts ain't all that.
Or yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but in
Yeah,
this
I don't think
offense,
I don't think Pitts
He
is
would-
getting a fifth.
dude, he was
Along with
a
Huff.
top 5 pick.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, but
Yes.
He was number
He hasn't
4.
really- he hasn't
actually.
really-
Right, the Eagles wanted him.
Highest
That's
drafted tight end.
that's why the Eagles jumped out of 6 at first. They wanted Pitts,
Really?
yes,
It didn't happen.
and they wanted Chase, and neither of them were happening. So they moved.
They got Devontae Smith instead.
Yeah, right.
I'm happy with that.
And they got an additional first,
Worked out.
Yeah, it worked
and
out.
they
Back
got
error in your favor.
and they got an additional first. Remember, they moved 4 spots
Who
down.
did that turn into?
Smith,
No,
and then the
the
following year,
additional first.
AJ Brown. They traded that.
Yeah, they
Okay.
traded it. They didn't have the first
Yeah.
round. Yeah, Howie is pretty well known to move out of the first round. So
Yeah.
I,
They're not staying at 32.
Hell no.
They're not staying
He's
at
going to
32.
trade out if
Well,
anything.
Yeah.
And the last time they traded out, we're trying
They
to think of
got-
this.
They got Lamar Jackson.
You
They
think?
got Lamar, but who
Or
did we
the
get?
Ravens
The
traded.
Ravens drafted Lamar, but I feel like we got
second round.
Didn't we get swept that year?
Might have drafted John. Was it Dickerson?
No. Yeah, it might have been Dickerson. You might be
Dickerson
right.
was 2022.
No, yeah, you're right.
Actually,
Who was-
Schwarber
or
Or
did Lamar?
2021.
Yeah, Wentz was still on the team because we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, look.
Oh my God, who did we?
I
get?
feel it's somebody good.
Oh, Dallas Goddard.
Oh, was it
Dallas
Goddard?
Goddard.
Yeah, it was
Dallas
Goddard. So we got a Super Bowl tight end.
Ball knower.
Nowhere of all balls.
Yes.
Goddard's got 2 rings.
Very familiar.
Goddard's
No.
got 1 ring.
Very
No,
familiar
one.
with balls.
Got drafted the year after his first Super Bowl. When Akers had that squeaky voice yelling at Cowboys fans.
Here's a few names of free agents that are left. Tell me if you want them or not.
No.
Sante Samuel Jr.
No.
Yes.
Actually, wait, he's a free agent?
Free agent.
Yes.
Wasn't he just drafted like 2 years ago?
No, 4 years ago from Florida
He's
State.
in the
Hurt
league.
a lot.
Yeah, he
I
is.
really-
Yeah, I would sign him. Keep going.
Where's he fit? Where's he fit?
In the secondary somewhere.
Yeah, but you have, you have 20 defensive backs.
Okay, keep going.
J.K. Dobbins. We're saying we need backup.
J.K. Dobbins hasn't signed?
J.K. Dobbins hasn't signed. I think it was a backup.
He's always.
I don't-
He's got no
Saquon?
legs.
All right, keep
What
going.
kind of running back is he? He's got no legs
I don't
anymore.
know.
All right, keep going. Those are
Justin Simmons. He's
No.
old.
no. I don't
He's old,
want
but he
it.
knows
Stop.
the Fangio.
Dude, on that
Stop.
Eagles
It's
fan
too
group on
old.
Facebook, they're all going nuts for Simmons.
No,
Elijah
no.
Moore. Bump out your boy Dotson.
I mean, I'm fine
I
with it.
was seeing he could be used as a returner. Like
He's got
he'd be-
Avery Williams.
Yeah, but he's like a more
Bring
dynamic
back Josh
returner.
That's
Oh,
what he
dude.
thinks.
Who else?
Those are your names I got.
That's the only names?
I mean, there's a lot of other
There's
guys.
there's plenty.
Zadarius Smith. Does he excite you?
Oh my gosh, he's still
No, he's
out
like
there.
45.
Calais Campbell. Does he
No.
excite you?
Calais Campbell's still in the NFL.
I would take him next to Carter. He probably has the same amount of
He's like
sacks.
50
40.
years- he's
He
50
probably has the
years
same
old.
amount of sacks as Mel Williams next to Carter.
He's 50 years old though.
We gonna who else? Any
I think
defensive
Preston
ends?
Smith is still out there.
Linval Joseph's got
Linval's out there still.
playing.
He's still playing.
Jason Peters is Big
He was-
V.
he was on
The
the-
Big
on
V
that-
out there because he got cut
He
from
was
the
on that
line.
22
Let's look
Super
at
Bowl
offensive
team,
line.
right?
Him and the Dominican.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. Sue's not still playing,
Nah,
is
he
he?
retired.
Actually, he was gonna come
I
back.
think Eric Kendricks is available.
Eric
If you want-
Kendricks.
If you're looking for
Oh,
linebacker,
Stephon Diggs is available.
Aaron Rodgers.
Stephon Gilmore is available.
I don't want him.
Aaron Rodgers.
Calais Campbell's 30.
How's
Wait.
he,
Oh my
how does
God.
he feel about being
He's
a third
39.
string?
Jameis?
Jameis Winston.
We could bring
That would be a
back,
quarterback controversy.
I would love. I would buy the preseason tickets off Uncle Pat if we got Jameis Winston just to
Keep
watch.
all the
him.
crab legs away from
Just
him.
watching.
That's right. That's right. Get him out of
Yeah, that's
public.
right, Rasul.
No Publix in Philly.
You could actually-
This says what I think we're getting. Julian
You could
Blackman.
build a decent
Who?
secondary with some of the free agents that are available.
Julian Blackman.
I thought he signed.
Safety?
I thought he
Yeah.
signed.
You got him at safety, Justin Simmons, and then you got.
I don't want Justin Simmons.
No, I'm saying you could build a decent second.
The only problem is Fangio might want Simmons because he's
Yeah.
yeah. If you get him cheap, like 1 year, $3 million, I'll do
I mean,
it.
these guys are hanging around right now,
Bring back Carson Wentz.
so they're not.
No.
They're not getting the money they expected.
Where you
which is Why
going?
they're still hanging around.
I got the Razorbacks. Sign Zeke. Calipari. DJ
We didn't mention.
He's on what?
Arkansas.
I thought he was a Patino.
No, he's probably their best player.
Time a moment right now
What number is he?
for respect.
21.
On who?
No, he's not. It's a
The
white
most
guy with
tenured
long hair.
Eagle,
Oh, I saw this.
That's
the
not
most
DJ
tenured
Wagner.
Philly sports athlete,
He's
I know
talking
that.
about Nate.
retired.
He said 21's DJ Wagner.
BG.
Look
Oh,
at
I
him.
thought you meant currently.
Or is that
You know who
is
it
it?
is?
I thought it was a white
Now
guy.
it's
Hey,
Sean
Couturier.
Right.
Couturier,
to BG.
No,
BG.
BG
To
Wagner.
BG.
I think his son's playing, right?
He's
BG.
nuts.
Josh Sweat.
Get out of here.
You're taking
Guy-
him.
There's two guys on this team that at early in their careers we said they got to go. They got to go,
Wagner's gotta be
and they
one.
turned out to be Hall of Famers for this team.
Yeah.
Brandon Graham.
And one's a Hall of Fame.
Graham and Kelsey. There were points in their career where like Kelsey's too small, he's getting beat up, he's constantly.
And everybody wanted Earl Thomas. Guess what? Brandon Graham's got more Super Bowls than Earl Thomas.
That's
Played-
right.
played-
And played him
Way
more.
much longer.
And played him more Super
I think he played in 2, but we're 2 and out.
What?
2 and 1.
Graham's played in 3.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Earl
And
Thomas only
Seahawks
played
only
in.
played 2.
Was he in
Yeah.
both of them though? Wasn't he? Well, he was
Yeah,
on the
Legion
team,
of
but he was
Boom,
hurt.
right?
Yeah.
But he was hurt the one
Oh,
year.
They
that's
went
right,
back to
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got CTE now, probably.
Who?
Earl Thomas, isn't he going nuts?
He's got
And he
he's
also
got a wonky
retired,
knee. I know
like,
that.
years ago.
He's
Yeah,
going
he got
nuts?
injuries.
Isn't he going? Wasn't he going nuts?
I
You're
mean,
thinking of Sherman.
I think
Oh
you're.
yeah,
Richard,
yeah.
I think you're talking
he
about
always was
CJ
nuts.
GJ.
Yeah,
He's
he
gonna,
ain't
dude.
nuts.
Are you
He
waiting for
was
him to go off the
He's got CTE. He's got to have CTE. Just CJ.
CJ?
Sorry, CJ. I think you have CTE.
Wolford
What you-
in Tennessee.
Oh my God, are you serious?
No.
Oh, dude. I
When
had
you
Tennessee
see-
in my Final Four.
I had a lot of the goodbyes up on the screen here. A
Yeah,
lot of
nobody- I don't
a
really
lot of these
care about
players.
them.
No, a lot of these players when they leave, like you hear how Philly's horrible,
Yeah.
but all these players when they leave, they thank the fans, they thank the city, how great it was, great to their families, and
It's
totally
nothing
different
but nice
experience.
things to
Yeah,
say
they
about
love
it.
it here.
So
So
Isaiah Rodgers.
everybody
is
can
longer
scratch
than
my
Slay.
taint about their hate for Philly.
All right, let me ask you this: Is Slay
We're getting ready to go in the second quarter.
is Slay an Eagles Hall of Famer?
No.
No. He was what, 3 years
No.
there?
No, 5, right?
Yeah, got him 2020.
When they're really bad,
I'm not immediately saying no.
when they're
That's
really
what I'm
bad,
saying. I don't know if he's a definite
I didn't
no.
I didn't love them.
in 20 years, when they're really bad and have like they need to fill seats, they'll have a slight
They don't do
retirement.
the Phillies. They don't do the Phillies
I
thing.
think
If
they
they
do.
don't have nobody to go.
Do we play the Steelers this year? I put AJ on them all day.
No, we played them last year. We played them last year.
Yeah, they were the extra game last year. Who's the extra game this year? It's got to be somebody close. That's how they do it.
Who's already cemented themselves on this team as an Eagles Hall of Famer? Like not, and obviously not. And if not, no, like newer guys.
Hurts, Devontae Smith,
Josh Sweat.
AJ,
AJ. Yeah, I think you throw AJ.
Maybe Carter.
Saquon,
Saquon.
He could be here 3
Carter.
years and he could be.
Really?
Carter?
Saquon?
Lane Johnson for sure. Jake Elliott.
Jake Elliott. Yeah, that's a
Wait.
good one.
Oh, Eagles Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Is Lane?
I
Is
thought you
Lane?
meant NFL. I'm like,
I was going to
Elliott?
ask.
What?
Is Lane an NFL Hall
Yes,
of Fame?
he
Yes.
should be.
Yeah.
Lane is
Dude,
definitely an NFL
people
Hall of
like,
Famer.
People like that have played football and know, like Baldinger thinks like he could be the best right tackle of all time. Like,
Is
there's a lot of
BG an
guys-
NFL Hall of Fame?
No, it's not even close.
He doesn't
Agreed.
have the numbers. He doesn't have the
Agreed.
numbers.
It's Rick Lavada.
Probably. Can he
yeah, you
snap
goes
into
a
a
long-
mailbox like
long
Thomas?
snap.
and
Wait a minute. If Barkley has another big year, is he in?
In the Eagles
The
Hall
Hall
of
of
Fame?
Fame?
No, if he has another 2000 season, I think he's in.
Stop. He's not going to have another 2000 season
Why?
because nobody's done two.
No, I think hasn't one.
Nobody
He can do
did.
15
First time for everything.
But he ain't doing two.
Until Saquon.
Yeah, right, dude. Be
He's
careful.
not doing two.
Careful what you say.
And if he does, they better let him break the freaking record this time.
Dude, do you care more about rings or personal
No,
accolades?
I just want him to get
No,
the
no.
record.
So you just answer my question. Do
We
you
got
care-
2 rings now. I want personal accolades.
First of all,
Shut up, Jim.
Why
I want my
couldn't you go for both?
I want to fill a
Number
hole in.
2,
I
let him
love
go
that.
get the record.
I
If
guarantee
it's
you.
in reach.
I guarantee if the record's in reach again and they have the best record, they're going to do the same thing.
I agree.
Oh, I agree.
And that's the right.
And
thing.
Barkley
Well,
doesn't
let him
care.
go for it.
Tell him not to
Screw
throw
it.
himself out of games so much. Then.
Right?
No, he's not. I know.
Every
Yeah.
long run.
Yeah, I'm out.
Screw the young guy.
How are you guys going to talk
Let him go
about?
hungry instead of let him
You
eat.
guys are trashing Saquon on here. No, these two.
I'd rather have sisters.
It's constructive criticism.
This
is what we do.
Saquon in 1 year has become one of my
Yeah.
all-time favorite
Yeah.
birds.
Week 4. Oh, Howie will find a way to get out of that Hurts contract. That's like Carson. You're lucky I don't have some of those receipts from some of you. I got, dude.
You can wipe your ass.
No,
with
you
all
didn't.
your receipts.
You don't have any because it hurts. This one said Daniels over Hurts.
When did I
Yeah,
say
I'll be
that?
honest. I don't know if I.
He did. He definitely did.
You always say that. I've never seen it.
Thank you, Brody. Thank
You definitely did.
I'll let my attorney speak. for
You
me.
definitely did.
My 14-year-old.
And then all we had to hear was, "Oh, every guy's wide open. What's he missing?" This one too said it. A lot.
I will say yes. He missed some very wide open plays.
Is he your
Yeah, there were
quarterback?
times
He's
he
my
did.
quarterback.
You did have him almost number 1.
I had him as MVP of the season, and it just happened to be MVP
You
of the
did.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that's
Before the season started, you did.
we all got it right. Oh, wait, only one person got the Super Bowl right. Did anybody want to go over that? Only one person picked the Eagles Chiefs. No, that was me.
I had Eagles Bengals.
Why did you open that door for him?
All right,
I was right. The Bengals did have a sick team, but their defense.
this week's F Mary Kill.
Yeah, I think. I
Oh my
This
God.
week's F Mary Kill.
Oh God. Is it
Yeah.
hard?
It needs to
The
be.
James
Philly
Frank.
special,
Oh.
Ooh,
the strip sack,
Oh.
or the dagger.
Oh. Well,
all right. Well, the dagger is killed. Philly special is banged. And then
dude, you were at the game and you're gonna kill the dagger?
It didn't. The game was already won. Those 2 plays were just.
I think that's the right answer.
Yeah.
I think I take
The
one.
strip sack is Mary.
Yes.
I think I see.
And the,
Is it
and
strip
the
sack
dagger is
Mary's?
killed- yes.
I think they win the
Yes.
game even without the strip
Because
sack.
that secured our first
Nobody
ever.
was stopping
That
anybody.
secured our first ever Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Most important
No,
play
no.
in Eagles
Yeah,
history.
absolutely.
It's so easy to get everybody riled up tonight.
No.
Hey, get rid of the strip sack.
They weren't stopping.
He wants a tush push. He's like, nah,
Yeah.
that hurts 17th tush push in the game against the Steelers.
Yeah, he's
That
the
was-
Packers. He wants it gone.
Wait, what are
Yeah,
you
that
saying
wasn't-
over there, Nate?
No, he agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, Nate agreed.
Yeah, but the
Smitty
dagger was
trying-
a big play.
I'm
It
not saying
was-
It wasn't.
Yeah, but the game was
play,
already
and
over.
I said this for years. the
Yeah,
greatest
I'd
play
probably agree.
in
I'd probably
Eagles
agree.
history is the strip sack.
Strip sack,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
What about Miracle to Metal?
Oh no.
You got what did I get signed? I got the Brandon Graham.
Yeah, you did.
strip
You did.
side.
Yeah.
Greatest player.
How about if I change it up a
I got
little?
Brandon Graham
Wait
and
a
Derek
minute.
Barnett.
How about if I change it up a little?
On the
Wait.
helmet.
How about if I change it up a little? What about if I
Yo,
take
left
out?
hand tonight?
No. What about if I take out the dagger and I put the Cooper pick six? Cooper pick
Birthday
six.
pick six?
Birthday pick six. And are you erasing the
Yeah,
Philly
like, there was
special?
There was no like
I like-
name for that. Like
Oh my God.
players.
I heard what he said. I ignored it.
There's
That's
no,
right.
like,
That
there's-
kind of wasn't drinking anything when you said.
There was no like name
The
for
right
that,
to the
though.
left.
Just like the pick six. Like
I think it was cool.
the
But it's
dagger-
not.
the
It doesn't.
dagger
It
was
doesn't
cool.
rank in.
The
It
dagger
might rank
was
in
cool.
top 10. It's not getting the top 5 though. I don't think.
What? The
Pick
pick
six.
six?
Pick
Birthday
six is
pick
top
six.
5.
Are you
think it's
kidding
top five?
me?
Yes.
I mean,
It's
you got
4.
you got the flea flicker against Minnesota,
Oh my God, dude!
bro. You don't think that's a great play?
It was 34-0, and then Torrey Smith scored a touchdown. The game was over.
It's not 34-0.
Yeah.
Minnesota scored on their opening drive.
All right, 34-7. Whatever.
That whole game was the best play. That game-
If you're gonna talk about a play that should be,
Robinson.
it's a Patrick Robinson pick six.
Or I was going there.
Yeah.
Or if you want to talk
I'll go
about
with
the
you on that.
Atlanta, the knee on the Torrey Smith bobble.
I will
If
go
they
with
don't
you
make
on
that
Patrick
catch.
Robinson. You know
we
why?
got a timeout.
Because
Official timeout. Official
What, did he agree
can,
with me?
can I make this point
Finish.
real
You
quick?
got 30 seconds.
Minnesota went right down the field, scored a touchdown, and
Wow.
everybody was like, "Oh shit,
Why?
what the hell
Why
just
are
happened?"
Only-
And then Patrick Robinson made that pick six. The place went nuts.
Why are we
Game over.
saying all these plays from that Super Bowl run? What about Saquon's 2 touchdowns?
I was gonna say. I was gonna
the
say.
Commanders. He had that big
Is
first opening
Saquon-
play.
Can we go back even farther?
I mean, I feel like we have a whole
4th
segment
and
we can do now.
26.
I
Will-
didn't
You
want
want to go back to
Can we
Wilbur?
get up to Fred X?
How about
4th
some
and
Wilbur?
26.
All right, all right.
What about what was that? Cunningham was a 99-yard punt.
Yeah, yep.
95.
94.
No,
You
guys
91.
wanna-
91-yard punt.
You guys want to talk about a punt in the top play? Come on.
Yo, that's a quarterback. That's crazy.
Give
Nah,
me
nah,
a
nah,
chance.
nah,
CB
nah.
punt yet? Wait,
This is a whole other.
Everybody,
This is a whole other segment. This is a whole
Nate.
other show.
Nate, everybody on the team knew he could do
Strip
that.
sack's not
It
even.
wasn't public knowledge, but everybody because he did it in practice.
Dude, I'm actually gonna.
and he got a really
Dude,
good roll.
I
out of
think
that,
you
too.
have to
It
consider.
wasn't in the air.
I think you have.
He had probably a 20-yard roll.
I think you have to reconsider and take the strip sack even out of the top 10.
What?
No.
Shut up.
What?
Jake Elliott,
Nate,
63-yard,
shut his mic
63-yard
off,
field
please.
goal.
61.
Let me turn it up.
Yeah, you're right. He likes this.
How about
DJ.
Jalen Carter feeding Patrick Mahomes' teeth? Does that go in?
Oh,
No.
that was great.
That was good.
It was illegal, but it was
Should have been a
great.
penalty. That.
So wait, is it a top 5 moment in Eagles history when the Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts?
No.
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 Hall of Fame
Wait, you want to
quarterback.
say moment or play?
You say Hall of Fame
Sure.
quarterback?
He's not a Hall
Right.
of Fame quarterback
Hurts
yet.
isn't in
He will be.
Yeah.
Is Saquon through the snow the best touchdown in Eagles history?
No,
No.
LaShawn McCoy.
Might have been the coolest for photos and videos.
How about the Mike Vick pass to Deshaun Jackson, 90 yards on Monday Night Football to open up?
Monday Night Massacre.
How about Miracle at the Meadowlands 4? Deshaun Jackson running back.
I don't think that was 4. That was.
Yo, it was 4.
It
Don't
was-
ask him. He's got 3 on
It was 4.
Yeah, well,
Now,
back in 1910,
huh?
I was on the toilet.
Westbrook was
I don't
3.
even remember the game.
Yes.
Dude, that was.
You want to hear what 2 was?
No, we don't.
No.
No, we don't.
What, the fumble on like the knee?
I want to hear
No.
what 2 is.
All right, I'll give you
Oh,
2.
my God.
The Eagles are going to kick either the game-winning or
God.
game-tying field goal. I forget which
And
one
the
it was.
guy drops his
It was
pants.
blocked by
And the-
who?
I don't know.
Lawrence Taylor of all people.
Timmy
What's
Johnson.
he doing playing
And he
on special
recovered it.
teams?
Because
Who recovered the block
Me.
punt?
Herm Edwards.
Clyde Simmons
Oh,
ran it in for the game-winning touchdown. That was number 2.
Yeah, but that's not really. They don't call about that.
What's
Herm
number 1?
Herm
Herm
Edwards.
Edwards.
Herm Edwards.
Yeah. B. West was number 3.
I don't know. They put all the stats of all the quarterbacks. 'Cause
How about the
last year
game
they
where-
talked about Darius about where he ranks? And Herm Edwards
go
had
Jayhawks.
20 touchdowns.
Oh.
Rock Chalk
Yeah.
Jayhawks.
20 picks. I'm sorry. I didn't know
Herm was
Herm
strong.
Was that
Yeah, Herm, he was a great defensive
good. Yeah, I
back.
didn't know he was that good.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Rock Chalk.
He was
Not a
real
good
good.
coach, but a good player.
Here we go.
Randy
Asante
Logan.
Samuel had like 23.
Randy Logan was another good one.
Yeah.
DJ. F. Mary Kill. The Eagles.
Whoa.
Sparty. And Santa Cruz.
this is
It's
brutal.
not in the script.
He's
All right. I'm marrying the Eagles.
Oh, hey.
Wow, shocker.
Nah, I'll marry.
You
I'll
got
marry.
a breaking news sounder over there.
I'll marry Santa Boot first.
It is. It is. No,
I'll
I mean, DJ, you was right.
kill
It
Spar.
it is Wagner's son.
Yeah, DJ Wagner.
21?
Yeah,
It's
I'll
Wagner's
kill
son.
Sparty and.
He must have
Bang.
been with
Wagner's
Who's-
our age.
Who's
No, but he
Wagner?
must have been with a.
DJ Wagner.
DJ
DJ
Wagner.
Wagner.
He must
he
have been
was
with a.
the
Yo,
out of Jersey.
yeah, but he must be a little. He
Yeah,
must have
he's
been with a
DJ
light girl.
Wagner.
He's light
Son.
That I remember, son.
He passed, right?
Yeah, but
We might go
did
watch
Dave
it.
Dejon
Dejon was
I
it?
don't know.
I don't know.
No, he
But
wasn't.
him and
Look him
Justin
up
Edwards
from
were
Cleveland.
He's
the,
not like light.
they were
No,
going
he
back
was
and
dark.
forth last year.
He's
Who was
he's
the
not
number one
dark.
pick
He's
in the
not dark
country?
like me.
Look him
Or
up.
number one
No, I know
recruit?
what-
Look him
I know
up.
what
though.
DJ Wagner looks like.
No, his
Yeah,
dad,
yeah,
Dejon.
Kansas
Oh,
came
his
back.
dad.
That's what I'm saying. Must
Oh,
have been
we-
with a
we
white
got
girl.
this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I
try-
meant.
I've been trying to get to the second
let's
quarter.
hurry up. I mean, we got
I'm
games
trying to get to the
watch
second
here.
quarter, but we
What's
started
his
getting to
name?
the greatest moments.
What was Wagner's dad's
This
name?
day in sports,
DJ.
Dewan.
No,
Dewan.
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 Dejon. I call Dejon. I don't know. Whatever.
That was Dijon.
I mean, I'm thinking about our.
I got his
All right, Smitty, again, you're going to love this day in sports. Not a lot happened in February and March of sports history. So this day in sports history, March 20th, 1954, the 16th NCAA men's basketball championship. Who won?
It better not be Villanova.
St.
Nope.
Joe's.
Nope.
NC State.
LaSalle.
Penn.
LaSalle.
LaSalle
Those
beats
Explorers.
Bradley. LaSalle
Let's
beats
go.
Bradley.
Hell.
no shot
Explorers,
clock.
Hell.
No shot clock. 92-76. Tom Gola is named the tournament's most outstanding player.
Okay, what else?
Was there 20 teams in the league?
The one and only
5.
national championship in LaSalle's history.
March
No
Madness.
shot clock is the dumbest
So
thing.
they were just like
ever.
Romans.
And they
Ever.
still scored 92 points.
Acknowledge me.
In 1978, the Flyers' Rick McLeish scores on his 6th penalty shot against the Islanders.
Okay, great. Is that all you got tonight?
Wow.
That's
I
it?
told you would love it.
That's kind of corny.
College tournament?
Two Philly things. What do you want from me?
Why do you print them out to throw them away?
Yeah, it's
You're
a waste.
all about
So I
going
can-
green.
So I can read it.
Dude, just pull it up on your phone.
I like the hard copy.
He likes the hard.
He's
Oh,
all
those
about
trees are dying,
recycling and
dude.
going green. And that's the biggest waste
Jim,
you
he
can do.
likes Jim.
You don't
he
even
likes,
use it as scrap paper.
Two
Get him,
measly
get
sheets
Jim,
of paper.
get him.
And it could be scrap
He likes to feel it. You know,
Right.
when it's hard in his hands.
I like the
Stop.
hard
Feel
copy
it.
feel of my
Maybe
hands.
the smell of it.
Oh my God.
No, they don't do the ink anymore like the old days.
Jesus
Where
Christ.
you had to hand crank the sheets.
You do a lot of hand cranking. I know that.
Dude.
All right, third quarter.
Bob the Builder.
Third quarter.
Third quarter. Get to the fourth
Oh,
quarter.
let's go. This is your quarter. The
I don't-
tournament.
Oh,
It's the tour. Oh, you want to give him the question? I was
I
going
don't
right
have
to
an
the
OG
All right.
AI.
Right to the
You're
tournament.
falling
But
down
I
on
have
this,
another
dude.
question.
You're the hoops head.
I have
You
an,
and
I
me,
have an
I'm
AI
looking at
question.
for some
I have an
hoops
AI
Go ahead. You got a question?
All right. We all know, or it's all agreed on, that the hardest thing in sports is to hit a baseball.
Nope.
What's the easiest thing to do in sports? Is it to pitch the baseball?
No,
We talking
you
like
just got to throw a strike.
major sports? Or are we talking like, can I get up and drive a ball?
I could do that.
Like what sports? I don't actually. I don't
Four
consider
major-
golf a sport.
Four
So
major sports.
Kieran, I'll do that right on the official.
Do you,
price.
Shoot a
do you
foul
have
shot.
an answer?
I don't have an answer.
Oh,
Shoot-
what
shoot
the
a-
hell are you asking a question
Yeah,
for
that's an
then?
open-ended question.
shoot a foul shot.
Tush push.
Is it a foul?
No.
Foul shot's a good one. A layup?
There's a lot of pressure.
Let me
on
ask you
that
this:
shot.
do you think you guys could get in the tush push from the 1 yard line?
Yes.
Yeah.
Behind what line?
If I got
Or
that
Eagles
line in
line.
front
I
of me,
don't.
yes.
Absolutely.
I don't think you're getting in.
No.
Yeah.
You would get killed.
No,
Fine.
I'm
You would,
getting in.
you would
I'm-
die.
I'm-
getting
in.
Like that.
we would all get snapped.
Dude, his arm would be broken. When
yes, yes.
Yo, the ball, yo, he would be over the line. The hand would be going like this, and Brody'd be laying
I'd be
there.
over the line though.
No, you wouldn't.
All you hear on the mics is just,
I would tuck the ball and say, Saquon, push.
Dude, Jim, you would get killed.
you would die.
But I'd get over the line.
I'm in.
That was the
Oh,
question.
Jim,
That
they-
was the question.
Oh,
Jim,
I
they
gotta
would
break-
carry you and throw you
All I gotta
over.
break is the plane. I don't have to break the goal
You're-
line.
I
I,
have-
don't have to gain a yard.
I don't think
just
there's a
gotta break the
chance
plane.
Steve gets into you.
I don't think any of us would gain a yard on it. Well, maybe a yard, but
That's all.
We're
you
not
do.
gaining a yard. We're breaking the plane.
from
That's
you
a
didn't say
yard,
from
you
where, though.
dumbass.
You didn't say from where. The two?
Yeah, 2-yard line. You getting in?
No.
They don't
Not
even
the
get
two.
it.
No.
On the goal line, I'm in.
If it's on the goal, if it's on that little half a yard marker,
You're
I'm in.
you're getting
I'm
socked.
in.
Yeah, all right.
On the too short and curly line, I'm in. I'm in. No problem.
Damn.
Ooh, good wow.
All right. What was your
Foul shot. Foul shot has got to be the easiest.
I think
There's
that
nobody.
or a layup, maybe.
No, but layup can be contended. Foul shot is there's nobody in your face.
He
I
said
get
the
there's
two.
pressure.
There's pressure on
There's
the foul
pressure, but
He said the two.
you should be
Yes.
you should be
That's
practicing your foul
TOO.
shots.
Two.
What did, you
not
shook your head
TWO.
at hitting a baseball is the hardest thing in sports. What's the hardest thing in sports?
Missing games.
Ask any professional athlete; they tell you it's the
That coming from a baseball guy.
The hardest play in sports?
hardest thing to do in sports.
Penalty shot in hockey to score.
Be a cornerback.
You're on ice.
What?
Easiest thing to do is, I guarantee you, put me on the line against.
That's what I said. A
no,
foul
no,
shot.
no. Easiest
Foul somebody. Oh, I can foul all day.
penalty kick, dude. I'll score against any
Oh,
World
that's a good one.
World Cup goalie, dude. Right in the corner.
That's just literally a guess.
I'm burying it, dude.
Yeah,
Put me right up against any.
That's
Like,
a good
I'll bury it.
a penalty kick is good, even though I didn't.
Bury.
You
It's
said
not-
4 major
it's not
sports.
considered a
I'll
sport
tell you the
major
hardest
sport.
thing to do, and you're gonna laugh, is to score from outside the box in soccer. That ain't easy.
Shut up.
Direct kick like Messi does.
Calm
Scored
down,
outside
Greg.
the
It's
box.
soccer.
I have.
It's soccer.
A direct kick.
It's soccer.
I can hit a
Soccer.
bicycle goal, no problem.
By the way,
They call him a
by the way,
Pele.
your
Okay,
friends didn't
Pele
win World
Jr.
Cup tickets. They won that World Cup Junior crap that Jim had tickets
All
for.
right, let's stop talking soccer.
Missing games.
Thank
Who's
here.
winning the tournament? Chalk.
Like the World Cup
I
tournament?
think it's
The Union?
my picks are Duke and Florida.
Florida.
Duke and Florida. I got Duke and Auburn.
I got Florida, Auburn.
I got Duke and St. John's.
Wait, did you say Florida, Auburn?
Duke and St.
Bro,
John's.
got-
I got.
Do it for the Ricky
I
Pig.
said Duke and Auburn.
I only made one bracket.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Rock chalk.
Nah, really?
I'm just losing. We're missing a good game.
Oh, here,
Dude,
Barry.
this is a great game. It's a 1-point.
There's
game.
4 minutes to go.
Rock
Hurry it
chalk.
up.
All right, hurry
Yeah.
it up. All right,
Kansas
we'll
up
save
3.
is the NBA a shitty product? Yes, or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Adam
Yes.
Silver is the worst.
But you gave us fake news in that chat.
What fake news?
Oh, the Sixers are gonna. The Sixers lost by 30.
No, that wasn't me.
Yeah, but you provided fake news. You shared it. The Spike
Which
Eskin
one?
tweet.
That wasn't me.
Yes, it was.
I don't think it was.
It-
I don't follow Spike Eskin, so I
Who-
wouldn't.
It was AB, maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Maybe you did it.
No,
I turned around and said,
I
Frat
think it
said,
might
put
have
the
been
G
AB.
team in, and I agreed with that.
No, I
I
thought
didn't
you
see-
sent the original thing. Yes, you did. Jim,
No,
if I go to it and you did, you owe me
I'll,
that Go Birds
You owe him a
t-shirt.
dot
I'll
ticket.
own it,
Might
but
have been
AB.
I don't think I follow Spike Eskin to see it, but maybe I did.
Hold on. No. We're going to find it. If it is, you're taking that shirt right off your back. It's mine tonight. All
All
sweaty.
right, how about? So the NBA is a shitty product. I said this to you guys earlier.
Tell me who
Are
said
we?
that.
Are we?
Tell me
Is
who
it Spike?
said it.
Is it Spike Eskin? Oh, that was the Adam Silver thing.
It was Spike Eskin.
Yeah, I said it. All right, I didn't know it was Spike Eskin.
Oh, Jim. And then
And I
they
said-
lost. Jim, and they lost by 30. So you look like an idiot last night.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I look like an idiot.
You made us think that the Thunder was sitting everybody. They didn't sit everybody. It's a lie. Fake news. Just like our president.
All right, what's the other one?
Are we not a basketball town?
Not anymore.
We're college
Are we
basketball.
frauds?
No, we're college basketball.
No.
No? Do we
wait,
not?
wait.
Do we not every year say this is the Sixers year?
Think about
No,
it.
you don't.
I don't.
Out. Time out.
We got another time.
Wait a minute. If we get
This
if we
has
get-
always
if we
been
get
a
East Philly or-
college basketball town,
Not with your
not a
generation.
professional basketball
Yeah.
Your
town.
generation,
Yo, if we
not
get
anymore.
Ace Bailey, are you back?
No.
For playoffs?
We have
In year one?
6 Division I teams, 5 of them within city limits.
Okay. All right,
So
good.
You're done with that.
I was waiting. And one of them doesn't even acknowledge the parade. Go figure. But they have their own parade in
Right,
Philadelphia.
Exactly. Bingo. Thank you, Smitty.
I mean, come on.
Just because we have 5 D1 teams doesn't mean that we know what we're doing.
Dude, at one time, Temple
We
Villanova.
believe-
I'm
in-
saying that because I'm saying that to back up my point of we're a college basketball town now.
We're a football town.
Well,
Oh
first,
yes. Oh yeah.
And we're a
I guess
baseball
what I'm
town.
asking-
And we're a baseball town more than the Sixers.
Yes. When it comes to basketball, we're college first.
I don't know
this
if I.
generation, not now.
I
the-
think always.
The process.
Nah,
No,
nah, there's no college basketball in Philly.
No, not
Not right now.
We don't like
it,
it, dude.
Sucks.
Nobody likes
Like,
Villanova.
When's the last time a Philadelphia team made a tournament? 10 years?
It's been a while.
Exactly.
No,
So
it's
it
not.
sucks.
It's
It
not.
hasn't
It's
been
not been
10
that
years.
long. What are you
It's been a while.
talking about?
It's
St.
been a
Joe's or
No.
LaSalle was in it. How about the
Yeah,
Southwest Philly floater?
That was like 2013.
No, yeah, it was. That was-
Yeah, I'm looking at you guys. I'm like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
it's
but
not-
Temple went a couple years ago, didn't they?
No, they stunk. That's why they.
I thought they went with Duffy a couple
Penn
years.
State went before.
Yes, you're
Penn
right.
State's the most recent.
Penn State went to the Sweet
Isaiah?
16. Yeah, Penn State went to the Sweet 16 2 years ago. And they
That's
lost,
right.
or no, they lost in the second. They actually were up against number
Yeah,
2
you're right,
Texas
You're right.
the whole
yes.
game and lost.
But I guess what I'm asking is, are we not as in tune with basketball as we think? we are?
We're college.
We've allowed the Sixers
No.
to continue to fleece us,
I think
and
I'm
we
just-
think
yeah,
that
we're
it's
just so fed up with all the.
It's a
bullshit.
shame, dude, because if Embiid was ever healthy, well, it would be what if.
yeah, if he was ever healthy.
It's kind of like other things in this town. Of
Now that
players.
the Eagles have won the
Like
Super
Eric
Bowl,
Lindros.
I don't
let's-
care.
Wait a minute.
I want Embiid.
Does
to win
everybody
one
agree
so
that-
I want them all to win.
Wait
I
a
want
minute.
them all to
No,
win.
I want Embiid.
No,
to
but
win so
let's
bad.
go back. Embiid and Lindros are very similar.
Yeah.
We're never going to see their true talent. If Lindros ever stayed healthy, the Flyers win the cup.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Well, they had their chance in '95.
Right, but I'm
Because-
but I'm
But then
just
he ate
saying.
his shoulder from Scott Stevens.
Yeah,
Well,
in
Hurts
general.
took the high road with like how he dealt with the doubters, where Embiid would be like us and be like, "F you." Like I want to see how Embiid reacts.
No, Hertz has got his shots, and you listen.
Yeah, but
He's got his shots in a lot.
Who do you want to see win one first, Embiid or Harper?
Embiid
Wow, that was quick.
because he's been through.
Yeah,
more.
he's been here. Like Harper
been
came
through-
over.
Yeah, Harper.
Right?
Yeah,
Embiid's homegrown.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to see the Phillies win. They're a more likable team.
Are they? They're kind of pissing us off too, like the Sixers.
They,
Was
I
Harper working? Was Harper? If you think
Absolutely, yes.
He was the most clutch
He's
athlete.
Dude,
he's
ever.
worth the money
Dude.
that they paid.
Harper-
they would be so much fun if they won.
What year is he in that contract?
Fifth year.
Dude, nobody wants to see Harper completely piss ass drunk on Broad Street, even though he
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
drink.
I would love to see that.
He'll drink if they win a World
I
Series.
don't think he would.
He'll probably drop his
He's
pants
very-
on Broad
he's
Street.
Very religious.
No, he'll do it.
I don't think so.
Brett Marsh and them, dude, they get nuts. Stott
Yeah, they
will
would.
be wearing his football helmet in the middle of UNLV.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, they would be
They got
a
the Cole
fun
Stubbs
bunch.
up.
I was gonna say they're gonna bring something
No,
back for that.
actually, I actually think that's a great move.
It
Marchand is gonna Marchand's gonna be the number one next year because they're not gonna re-sign
I
JT.
wouldn't sign Real Muto. We're extend him. I wouldn't.
No,
I don't think they're extending Schwarber either.
He's hit foul.
Nah, I think they
too
will.
quick.
Schwarber's the
If
leader
they
of
can
that
get
team.
Vlad
Black
Jr., they're going to and move Harper back.
All right, you guys are going on about Phillies. I was ready to cut it off.
I just dropped the
All right, folks.
Kansas guy just went down.
I just dropped the bomb.
All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us here
Yeah,
on
man.
another episode of Santa Boot First Podcast. We got a little bit more going on with free agency and the tournament all weekend.
And Jim's talking to him.
Santa will have its own bracket.
We will.
As I'm choking, you want me to finish for you?
Our bracket, one-time wonders, one-year wonders,
Now
NFL
we
one-year
switched
wonders.
it. We switched it. All right.
No, that was what we had, wasn't
We
it?
had the best backups.
Backups.
That went nowhere. So we went to the one-year wonders. So
that's a go. That
we'll
is a good
release them through the weekend. Keep an eye on our socials and vote for the one-year wonders in the NFL. And that will be our bracket for this
one. We
year.
got to find a way if we can set up like a PDF where
They took
people
it back
just
to the
like submit
Print it?
Yeah, print it and submit it that way or something.
We got to have a vote.
Yeah.
All right, we'll figure out these
Yeah,
logistics.
well,
Nobody needs
so-
listeners.
yeah.
All right, thanks, folks, for hanging out with us again on another Thursday night on the Santa Boot First Podcast. Until next time, be excellent to each other.
So
See ya.
measured out.